Hi guys, Biracial Tiffany here. Happy St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day for me, when I was younger, it used to be just like the most dreaded, not really the most dreaded, that's being dramatic, but anyway, I always just didn't look forward to it because, like I've said, that I readily accepted my black identity and I didn't really, feel the need to ever be like, I'm white too. But I knew that I was Irish, and it was always really frustrating to me that on this one day out of the year, it wasn't like I was trying to claim something that I was not entitled to. It was like, I'm Irish, and people, it was just like a joke. Oh, ha 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 ha, just like the clearly Italian people wearing a t-shirt or a button that says, "Kiss me, I'm Irish," like it's a joke. But I was like, no, really, my grandma's last name is McDaniel. I'm Irish. And, that really sticks out for me as just something that was frustrating about being biracial. And I have to say, I was in a white environment. Like, that's, at a Catholic school. So this is one time when I would say that people who say, oh, white people will never accept you and see you as one of them, I would say St. Patrick's Day always kind of made that clear to me, that it was just like people couldn't get it. I don't even think, first of all, it wasn't that big of a deal. It was something for me that was frustrating, and I was always like, oh, it's St. Patrick's Day, whatever. I'm Irish. I'm more Irish than these French and German people going around, like, pretending it's the best day of their lives. Not really. Again, dramatic. In all seriousness, it was a very frustrating day to me throughout my youth, going to school on St. Patrick's Day and sort of feeling like I was perhaps more entitled to enjoy in the celebration because my heritage is Irish, and that was the time when it was like so clear to me that I was not allowed to claim that, really. So yeah, it was always like an annoying day for me. And I mean, that continued, like I think of St. Patrick's Day and I'm like, oh, whatever about it. So happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm Irish. So yeah, I just wanted to say that, but that leads me to another thought that I've been ruminating on, is that I think, what's so hard for me about trying to incorporate whiteness into my sense of self after having this black identity for so long is that what I think whiteness has simply come to mean devoid of color. I think collectively white America gave up their Irish, French, German, whatever identities to sort of create this group where white means the absence of color and white has privilege that goes with it. And so a lot of that cultural richness, I think, in some ways has been lost. And I think that's sad. And I think, in a way, it's ironic that black Americans, we don't know where in Africa we came from. We didn't choose to give up that connection to culture and even just the knowledge of where you come from. It was taken, but that's a consequence of this America that we have today. And it would seem that part of the white privilege is to know where you come from, but in order to just make white privilege a blanket, something that all white people, an umbrella that all white people can take cover under, a lot of the distinctions for whiteness, or that what makes up your whiteness, were lost. And so I see that in a sense, I mean, the cost was higher, much higher, for black people to lose that connection, but in a way white people gave it up too. And I also think, as in my last video I talked about the dehumanization of black people, I think that creates a dehumanization of white people, because I think people of color can look at white people with judgment that creates the same sort of, it's a different kind of dehumanization, but I think that it allows people of color to sort of write white people off as bad. You know, in a different way. But I don't know. It's all so, it's a tangled web we've woven. And those are just my thoughts on this St. Patrick's Day, and I don't think they've been very clear, other than the fact that when I was little, I was really frustrated on this day by not being able to proudly proclaim and have validated my Irish lineage. So, go McDaniels. Happy St. Patrick's Day.